Hello, it's getting colder. Christmas is coming. I wanted to get my Christmas lights on, but last year I barely had enough Christmas lights working to do outside bushes and the Christmas tree. This year I dig them out and I have barely enough Christmas lights to do my Christmas tree. And I'm tired of that, those cheap lights. So when I seen these dots 3 years ago, I thought, yes, this is what I want to get. I'm going to try these, okay? So I decided to make a light pole. And I'm going to show you the parts that I'm using to make this light pole. See this? This is just a drain. It's just a drain of PVC for PVC piping and stuff like that. I got it at Lowe's. But if you turn it upside down, look at that. It makes a nice base for a lamp post. So I started with that. This can take 4-inch or a 3-inch pipe. I went with 4-inch right here. So that could go on there. I've messed around with different sizes. I've been cutting it shorter and shorter. I don't want to be too little. I want it to be pretty big. So my 4-inch pipe is 26 inches long. And then from the 4-inch pipe, I've got this adapter. Goes from 4-inch to 3-inch. So here's my 3-inch pipe. It's 35 inches long. Now, on top of the 3-inch, I've got a 3 to 2-inch adapter. And that will go on top of here. This I've already painted. Let's see, my paint. The paint I'm using is Rust-Oleum hammered. That's all it just says, but that's the color, the lid cap color. And it has kind of it gives it a texture of metal looking. That matches the head of my lamp that I bought, which, you know, it's a regular. Hold on, let me get it. So that matches this color. Yeah, it comes close. Matches the lamp. You know, you can buy these at Lowe's, is where I got mine. And it fits on there. It's a little loose, but you got 3 screws here that I can tighten down. So those are the light pole components. Now I have to fasten them. So I started working on. They're going to be on the back side of the pole, pointing at my house. And the front side will have like a banner hanging there. So on the 3-inch pipe, I've kind of worked with, these are the brackets for these lights here. Where is it? There. These are the brackets for this light. And then this thing here, I got this light. This light here. It's a little different, and it was a little harder to get mounted on this thing. So I just made a complete, it's about the same, a little smaller than the 3-inch pipe, but I was able to take pieces of wood. This piece goes to that, and I screwed in 2 screws on each side. That holds it in there. These, I took a piece of wood, and I'll maybe take pictures so you can see close-ups. Cut a groove for the sawdust so the cord can go in that groove. But 2 screws screwed down mounts that thing there, and then what I'll do is take screws and screw it into my pipe. I'll paint this black, the same color as my lamp post, so that will mount there. So, you know, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these that I can mount on here, set it out in front of the house, and point it up at the 2-story in the bottom part, and then I thought even shining it down in the yard with one of them. Now let's start at the bottom. Is the base that I'm making. I'm going to make it really heavy Alright, this is my base. I made it out of 2x10s. These are 2x4s here. 2x10, 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 3 of them here. Made a square box out of 2x10s. And this up here is 2x10s. I guess you can see the holes. I got the 4 holes to mount my base on. And of course from there I just keep building up till I got the whole light on there. Now here I've got a hole. I've got a hole so the cords will come down. The cord to the light. Okay, so I took a regular extension cord and I snipped off the end. Now I can wire this up to here. Then this cord will go down through my pipe. So this cord will come down through my pipe. It'll go down into here. Now I got a 5 adapter that can go inside. Okay, so they'd be kind of out of the weather. So one extension cord can come in. I might run 2. Okay, so that's the basics of my whole piece. That's all the parts. That's the parts. So now I still have to drill a hole here because these lights that's going to be mounted here, all their extension cords are going to come down, and then I'm going to go inside this hole and then go down through this hole. But I got to make sure, I'm going to put a crossbar this way, okay? And you want to make sure you're centered, so that's what I want to work on. But what I'm going to do is take a piece of angle iron. I'm going to lay this pipe in there, and I'm just going to draw a line. There. That gives me a straight line from the very top to the bottom. I mean, I'm centered right there. I'm going to do the same with this one. So now when I put these two together, I will line this line up. But I can say this is the back side. So I can pick and I can drill my hole right here. And then I know these are the sides, and I'll measure around evenly so I can drill a hole this way for a stick to go through. Plus, now that I have this line, I can take my wood fixture and I can center it on this pipe, and then I'm going to screw screws down through here into this thing. And that will mount that. I know it's not the prettiest thing, but these lights take up so much space. Alright, let me paint this all up now. So I want to make this look like it's cement, okay? So I'm going to give it a gray painting, gray spray painting. I painted this with Kills first. A primer. Alright. I've got 2.5-inch screws. So that'll go through them and into this pipe. We'll try that. I've got these already pre-drilled. Kind of hoping this thing here would hold it. There's that straight line I made. So I just got to give room for the cap to fit on top. Matter of fact, I might put that on. Top cap. This is the bottom piece. There we go. I might rest down close to this piece. I don't want to be touching right on it because it may come up farther. So yeah, I got a finger width there and I got a finger width there. That'll be good. So I just need my drill. Okay. This is probably taking 3 hands without a doubt. So I get to the middle of my board. I'm on the center of that line. I'm a little farther away. There we go. So I should be able to just drill it down into the PVC pipe. If everything would stop moving on me. It raised a little, I'll get that. So there, that takes care of that. That's mounted on there. I'm going to go out and test it tonight, put my lights on, just to see how far away it's going to have to be. Alright, this box made of 2x10s is heavy enough. It's heavy. But this part will screw off. 2 screws here, 2 here, 2 here. I can take that off. This, wherever it's at. The base will be bolted on here. So the base will be bolted on. The whole lamp will be bolted on top of this. So then I can come back and set it right down in here, screw them screws in. But before I set that on, I get this in place where I want it to be, and then I'm going to fill it, put a bunch of heavy rocks in and everything. That'll make it even more heavier. Alright, I'm at the back of my house doing a test. there probably. Backside. So this is going back here. Ooh, but I want it up high. I want to have it up here. Okay, so that's going on the outside of this thing. This cleans it off. Alright, let's glue this thing. This is it. Once it's glued, it's glued. Okay, I gotta find where the hole's gonna be for this pipe, this thing to go through, like a cross member. So I'm about shy of 11. Take my calculator. Divided by 4 equals 2.75. So what I'm thinking is, okay, so I'm thinking if I go from that line two and 3/4. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. Seven inches. Four inches. Let's do 4 1/4 because this may come down more. That's my top. Here we are. There's one hole. There's the other hole. What they call a rat tail file. Okay, I'm measuring how long a pole I want. I know banners were 12.5, maybe 13 inches. There were some banners out there. So I feel like I want to at least go that far. So I'm going to go 13 1/4. And then I thought, well, let's do another 13 1/4, 13 1/4. And then I got the width of my 3-inch pipe, which was 3 1/2. See, I went like that. That's 3 1/2. So I added 3 1/2 on there. So total, I want 30. I'm going to go 30 1/4 total. That's what I'm going to do. So here would be 13 1/4 sticking out this way, and then 13. That's not too bad, I don't think. See, I got an old door as my workbench, so where the doorknob used to go, it kind of helps. Kind of makes some nice handy Alright. There it is. Let's check it out. Alright, what I got is my plumb string tapped, clamped on here, and I got it lined up with my mark back here. And there's my plumb weight. And then it lines up pretty close with that. And I was off a little bit down here when I glued this one on. My line's just over here a little bit. So to me, that's looking pretty good. And you want to make sure, because I'm trying to make sure I am straight across. Alright, I'm going to mark it now. I'm going to take my pencil so I can mark this up here. And then that way I'll know right where to line it up when I glue it. Alright, I had a change of plans. So instead of gluing it, I decided to put 2 screws in. And that way, if it happens to be off, I can adjust it. Ready for paint. Whoa. Alright, that's one coat. Hey, I want to show you a little trick for me. Oh, these dang wires are so cold. Get my wires down the hole and through the bottom here. Okay. So what I did is I took a rope, I got it fed through, and now it's a loop. So I can tie my light cord to this. Let me show you. I'll see if I can get this one. All right. Voila, there it is. Hey, I do want to just say one thing that I didn't think about it, almost ran into the trouble. That was my 3-inch pipe where I drilled a hole for this piece to go through. Well, when you look at it inside, I could just barely get my plug through that was coming from the light head above. So if I would have went any bigger than 1 inch, I wouldn't have been able to get my the plug through there. Just a note. Put regular lights up on the side. And there's the dot lights. And there's the lamp post. Hard to see.